Ms. Heather Arnold.
Good afternoon, Neil Parker, council members. I have to admit I didn't expect to be back before you quite so soon. But I'm glad to be here. I understand that the budget is a hot item. I think each and every one of you here in Chambers is not unfamiliar with TERS 17. And you all appointed me as the chairperson for TERS 17, and I accept that responsibility wholeheartedly. And as I think I've expressed to several of you, I will address that position with the best interest of everyone in mind. I have heard what the previous speakers have said, and I'm here to ask that you all give serious consideration to passing this budget. And the reason being is that in order for TERS 17 to go forward with the vision that I personally have for TERS 17 as the new chair member, if we don't have a budget, all 25 projects that are listed on our CIP are just words on a piece of paper. We can't go forward if we don't have the money. A vast majority of our budget is allocated for drainage issues. And again, we have CIPs in place, they're moving forward, and in order for them to move forward, we must have a budget. I'm empathetic with the fact that the new board members have not had an opportunity to have the paper in their hand. With Mr. Walters resigning his position, the package just simply weren't available. I received a packet before I came on board with TERS. I reviewed it, and to be perfectly honest with you, I looked at it and I thought, what is this? So, with all due respect to the previous speakers, I'm here. I'm going to listen. That's my main objective. We are going to change the direction that this TERS is going in. But if we don't have a budget, we can't do anything, and our hands are tied. I cannot undo anything that's done previously. Can't change that. I can only change the future, or attempt to anyway. Let me put it that way. We would like to move forward with these projects. We have a bunker, the Berry Knoll project. If it doesn't go in the ground in January, it's going to be postponed until January of 2014 if we even do it. We've spent some money on it already, as far as the preliminary engineering reports, and if the budget isn't approved, then that's money that's been spent and wasted, in my opinion.
Thank you, Mayor. The time has expired.
Ms. Gibbons, appreciate you being down here, and several of us said when you were confirmed as chair that it was going to be a tough job and lots of challenges in TERS 17, but to be clear as to what you indicated, that if there's no new budget passed, you operate off the previous budget. It might not make folks in the audience feel better, but that would be the effect of a delay on the budget. I recognize Councilmember Pennington.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gibbons. You know, I guess there are at least two parts of a TERS, and one is the credibility that it has, and the second thing is the projects that it does. And you know, the other speakers here this morning have raised some question about the credibility of the TERS if we proceed and approve the budget tomorrow. And what I'd like to do is to hear how critical it is to get these items approved that are in the CIP. You mentioned the Berry Knoll project, which could be delayed for a year, I guess. Is that because it would mess up the Christmas traffic out there, or the school traffic, or what is the reason for that?
Pretty much all of the above. And you've heard some comments from the public about the stakeholders, if you will, are not taken into consideration. From where I sit, it's kind of hard because I don't want to inflame anyone, and but But we've taken those things into consideration, Councilmember Pennington, the Christmas traffic. Can you imagine what it's gonna look like on Berry Knoll if we don't get this project underway and if we don't start working? And I'm not trying to hurry it up because I wanna hide something. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just that we've taken these things into consideration. We've discussed the effects that it's gonna have on Rydell Estates. I don't know what else to say. But I do have one other comment, if I'm given an opportunity to do it. Since I've been appointed as the chair, I have contacted each of the new board members personally. I've talked to two of them on the telephone. Their schedules have not allowed me to meet with them personally. I met with Mr. Tucker. I gave Mr. Tucker what he asked for, an overview of the terms. If he would have asked me specifically for a budget, I would have gone into greater detail about budget issues with him. But my impression when he called me was a general overview of TERS. And I'm not going to get into a he said, she said. All I'm going to say is that, and I'm going to stay focused on the issue at hand today, I'm pleading with you to please consider passing the budget because, as I said at the very beginning, if we don't have a budget, we can't do anything. And we can put it off, and everybody's not going to be happy at the end of the day.
So the Berry Knoll project would be delayed, in your view, for a year if the budget is not approved tomorrow?
According to the engineers, the board has been informed that if the project does not go in the ground in the early part of January, they would recommend that the project be put on hold until January of 2014. So the time frame that they have set for the project, that it follows on a set pattern, if you will, and to eliminate as much as possible the traffic in the Memorial City area during the Christmas holidays.
But you don't have flood control district approval for that project right now. Do you know what the status of that is?
We don't have approval, and until we can proceed with the engineering report and present the next phase of the project to Harris County Flood Control District, we're not ready to move forward. Let me, if you will allow me, what I have asked for the next meeting, and I hope that the people who have spoke before me will hear this, I have asked that on the agenda for the October 30th meeting, that LAM, the engineering firm, give an up-to-the-minute report of each project that we have. There is a committee, an executive director search committee. It has been formed. It's myself, Mr. Glenn Arola, he is a continuing board member, and David Hamilton.
Could we motion to extend this? Second.
I don't have enough, I'm so sorry, I do not have enough council members in the board. Thank you for coming down this evening.
Thank you very much.